Yo, what? That doesn't look as good as I thought it would look. Might as well put the hat all the way on, huh? Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. That's what I was trying to prevent. I don't like that look. But I had a client today ask me, "Yo, Aaron Moses, can you do a spell for me, Aaron Moses?" And because I have a lot, hold on, because I have a lot going on, and I really don't plan on doing any spells for anybody until like after Thanksgiving. Um, I told him, "Hey, bro, you should just do it yourself, bro." Doesn't that look better? Doesn't that look better? I told him no. I don't want to do any spells for anybody. I'm not doing any spells right now. And he wanted something really specific, and the guy that I was going to build a rapport with, I actually felt the need to refer him to start working with that guy. And he was like, "Well, how do I do?" I said, "Look, bro. Somebody asked me this the other day. How do I build a rapport with these guys in order to work with them? Very easy. Now, if you work with angels, what's up, Elijah? If you work with angels, this a lot of this stuff's not gonna work for them because the only offerings that angels really accept are candles and scents. So lavender, um, for Raphael, I worked with Raphael. Or you can go to Dollar Tree and get one of those little dollar candles or Walmart that have the angel on it and burn that for them. They like that, okay? But you can't like pour out beer and send them kind of, nah. Okay, so number one, offerings. Okay, now, yes, Kanye West was correct. You cannot buy yourself into heaven, but the guys still appreciate offerings. Now you have to understand that you need to know these guys. You can't just some guys hate specific offerings. Some guys do not take meat, flesh offerings. Some guys do not take, like for example, Lakshmi doesn't like anything with eggs in it. Okay, or eggs. Some guys like eggs. Some guys like Set or Isis. She likes honey bread with honey spread on it. Okay, she likes that. Some animal, um, and with these offerings, you have to learn what their animal is. So if you're able to feed that animal, if it is readily available outside your door, like for example, let's just say the guy that you're trying to connect with is a bird, right? So Horus, Ra, or Thoth. You can feed the birds. I just realized all. Yeah, so you can feed the birds. You can walk down the street every day, peanuts, okay? And it would be better if it's something emotional. So let's say you love Oreo cookies, right? And the guy that you are trying to build a rapport with likes chocolate. So what you would do is get real high off some cannabis and get down to the last three or four Oreo cookies. Now you know you really want to eat these cookies because you got the munchies. All you have to do, don't eat them because that's gonna hurt. You're actually sacrificing. That's gonna hurt you even more because you are just stoned out your mind, man. And you want to eat those cookies real bad, don't you? Take those cookies or give them to your greedy girlfriend when she comes over. Okay, you can use other people for offerings too. Hey man, you want a beer? That's an offering. Are you sure it's your last beer? Yes, I'm sure. Cigarettes, some guys like cigars. Okay? Take something that you love, something like I have a big amethyst that I'm never ever gonna give away. Leave it somewhere where you know a spiritualist is gonna go. Maybe like a cemetery or drop it in a magic store. Well, don't do that because the person might accidentally sell it to them or purposely sell it to them, knowing that they don't sell that type of stone and they've never seen that stone in their life. Just give it to somebody, okay? So next, and I don't know what happened, guys, but so from there we have knowing. You have to know you have to learn their myths, learn about their consorts, learn about their enemies, learn about the guys that they get along with or that they're in cahoots with because not all of them get along. Obviously, you know the story of Set and Osiris or Set and Asor. So you know that. Not all the guys get along. So learn about their myths, learn about what energies not to mix them with. Don't invoke Osiris's energy and Set's energy at the same time. Simple. All right. Learning about them. The guys like when you know about them. Not saying that they're narcissists, not all of them, but they like when you know about it. And it just, you can't, what is it? What is it? You can't conform to something that you're not informed about. Okay. So you have to know about these guys. Next, offerings. Of course, of course, chanting their names. First of all, knowing the correct way to say their names, and if you're trying to work with the Kemetic gods, the Egyptian gods, not calling them their slave names. Okay? Do I? I mean, sometimes I slip up and I call all set Isis. Sometimes I just said Osiris because I can't remember exactly how to say his name. It's we got all set and we have Asar, right? Sometimes I forget because I drink a lot. So that part, knowing their names, knowing their myths, knowing about them, wearing their colors. Okay, if you're trying to work with Thoth, you should probably wear a lot of black, lot of purple or indigo. Um, Keeping their flowers around. If you have the availability to get a dog or a cat, if you're trying to work with Anubis, Anubis is the jackal-headed god. If you have a dog, treating your dog a lot better. That's another way to build a rapport. Okay, treating these animals. And first of all, you should just not be harming animals. You should just not be littering, and you should just not be a bad person, harassing people, threatening people, trying to spill Hennessy. I don't spill tea. I spill Hennessy. Trying to spill Hennessy on people. Don't do that. Okay, stay treating yourself amazingly. Okay, chanting their names in your mind, in your body, in your soul, programming yourself before you work out, invoking that Ra energy, invoking that Haru energy inside you. Okay, before you work out, especially knowing how to use their energy properly. Now, women, don't get offended when I say this, but Aset is the goddess of the mother, man. So before you cook, you might want to invoke some of that offset energy. So when you start to skirt, it's gonna have that offset. It's gonna have that love that you really need to have in your heart. When you take care of your family, if you're a real one, you take care of your family. If you don't, that's fine too. But putting their pictures on the wall, putting their symbols on the wall, putting their sigils on the wall, okay, having conversations about them, informing people of their beauty, okay, being familiar with their energy, programming your aura with their energy, building shields with their energy, and all this can be done with the chant. Another one that I like to do, I can't give you the exact affirmation, but creating affirmations with their name in it. You could say, I am Thoth, or I am one with Thoth, or I think like Thoth, I think like Thoth, I think like Thoth, and that's kind of fun to say. You put your tongue on your teeth and all of that. So you could say, I think like Thoth, I have the heart of Ra, and I love like I said. I have the ego. My ego is one with the ego of Thoth. Okay, I have the aura of Haru. Okay, people respect me like they respect Haru. I love myself with Haru's willpower. Things like that. They like that, man. Alright, so mostly a lot of the more important gods have holidays. So Isis would be, guess what? Easter, okay? Which is not Easter, it's actually the spring solstice, spring equinox. What's up, man? The spring equinox, which is the start of Aries, non coincidentally, because she is Haru's mother, and Haru is the Aries, gang, 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 getting tattoos of these guys, right? The sun, right? Okay? So things like that, man. Oh, you're 19 from Europe. Where in Europe are you? That's awesome. That's beautiful. Europe's beautiful. I'm assuming I've seen pictures. I've never been there myself. I don't have a passport. But symbols, getting these tattoos. See, now that's something more extreme. I have been blessed so many times, and then when I know I'm about to do something hard, or I need that extra little boost, I kiss it, and then I don't know what that is. Cause Kosovo, that sounds awesome. That sounds like an anime character. um, but learning, just like you build a rapport with anybody, just like you make friends. You could burn ancestor money for these gods. You could write their name on the money, burn it, put some money oil on the money, burn it, and say this is for the god blank, and let the smoke go in the air. Um, Meditate on their energy. Don't smoke cigarettes or drink at least 30 minutes after you meditate on their energy. Don't, or they're gonna take that as a sign of disrespect. Um, nah, I don't have friends, bro. I'm an adult. Real adults don't have friends. I have goals and a child. I'm a parent. Real parents don't have friends. I'm just kidding. Don't. If you're a parent or you think you're an adult and you got your SpongeBob SquarePants on, don't take offense to what I just said. I just have a lot of energy right now for some reason. Um, Also, you know what? You know what I like to do? I like to, you know what? I'm not even gonna say all that. That was a little extra. I'm gonna say it anyway. What you can do is you can endeavor to attract women or men in your life who look like these guys when they come to you. For example, when I started out, all set looked a different way than I thought she would appear to me later. She appears to me differently. So let's say I don't have a girlfriend, which I do. I have a girlfriend. I forgot about that. If I wanted to, let's say I didn't have a girlfriend and I wanted my woman to not only look like Offset, but have the same energy as Offset, um, and have the same zodiac sign as Offset, which no, I don't want any more Tauruses after this. No more Tauruses. I'm good, right? So let's say you're a woman and you meditate, you're trying to build a rapport with Haru. So you want an Aries that looks like Haru. I don't look like Haru. Or you want a bald man that looks like Thoth. I don't look like Thoth, and I'm not going bald. My hairline has always looked like this ever since I was a child. I have pictures, okay? So my hairline's not receding, so stop saying that. It's starting to hurt my feelings. Okay? You can listen to you can if you make music, you could put their name in the song. Or you could put their messages in the songs. Okay, when you build a better rapport with them, they're gonna start talking to you in your dreams. If they start talking to you in your dreams, you can surely channel them to write music. I've written a lot of songs that I didn't write. I just channeled them. If you know my verse that goes, I live on a planet that's foreign to me. It's 40 degrees on its best days. People enjoy wars, it's peace, gore, and disease. Reek from its dominant species. The sky bleeds with white heat, black hues, and fast food. You think I wrote that? I could barely read. I didn't write that. I mean, I could read fairly well, but no, I didn't write that. I channeled it. What? Don't come on here disrespect it. I'm about to block you, bro. I got something for you. There you go. You know some other stuff. Um, where was I? So channeling the gods and telling people. Also, if you're really with it and you really want a spiritual partner, don't get any. Don't build rapport with people who have opposing energies. For example, I'm supposed to be working with gods like Thoth, like Osset, like Haru, like Ra, right? You know what they all have in common. Now, my son's mother, on the other hand, no, she works with chaotic energy. She works with Set. She works with Pazuzu. She works with like, I'm like, oh, that's why we argue so much, man. Damn. But I'm not gonna rebuke her just because of that. But if had I known that before, she kept saying Setiri, and I didn't know that Setiri was set because I wasn't like into the guys so much. Because TBH guys, I don't like working with the gods. Not only because I feel like I'm always in debt to them and things like that. I give offerings because I just give offerings, okay? Because of course I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church, so I do what Christians do. I represent myself spiritually to the universe as if I were a Christian, but I am far from a Christian. No disrespect against Christians, but I'm not a Christian, okay? Simple. So I might find myself, hey, I got a little extra handful of peanuts and I'm really not that hungry. Let me feed the birds. Anything, if I have a little extra something, I give it to the guys. I pour it out for the guys, or I do this, I do this. Or somebody asks me something like, you know what, I'll give this to the guy. I'll give it to you because the guys. I'll give this. Don't send me the positive energy or any free energy people give me from this day to this day. I just give it all to the guys. Okay, that's another thing you could do. Just sit there and meditate. Don't stop taking energy. Stop exchanging energy. You can give the guys energy. People tell you. I even tell you not to pray. I believe that you should not pray, but sometimes it is appropriate. It's not always inappropriate to pray because it comes back to you. That's one of my favorite affirmations. I'm a $1 million wave and I produce $1 million waves and they come back to me times three times three times three, which is 27. It's not nine. So when you say that and you have the number nine in your head, that's incorrect. It's actually 27. But two plus seven is nine, so that's borderline okay. Um, but sending the God's positive energy, and you don't have to always. I pray to Thoth that you receive this positive energy. No, just think about Thoth, and just think about how happy he makes you. Think about all the knowledge that he's given you. Think about all the times that you messed up and he brought you back in on your square, bro, or back to him, or accepted him. There's no guys that I'm really made that mad to the point where they won't work with me ever for the rest of eternity. But if there are, if that's who you are, be thankful that that didn't happen because that happens to people. Okay. You can send them sexual energy. You can masturbate or have sex and visualize their symbol. Or if you're like me and you have the symbol on your hand or your under your on your wrist, and I don't like showing people this because it's not a good tattoo, but send the energy, direct it, breathe it. That's why I named my channel Life is in the Breath. Well, not this channel, the Facebook group. Life is in the breath. Breathe that sexual energy. When you feel the orgasm, I want you to breathe it up to your heart. And I want you to loop it around your head. Don't let it go in your head. Take it into the other side of your heart. And visualize the symbol or the animal, or put the energy of that God in your heart and release it. Breathe it to them. Okay? I want you to feel that they accepted it. Okay? It's not hard, but it's not simple. It's gonna take you about. It took me about 14 times to be able to do that correctly with that meditation. You can just not do that meditation and just. I shouldn't have did that and just the sexual energy to the guy that you would like to have that sexual energy, and they really value that because you could be keeping it for yourself. You could be giving it to your man or your woman or both. Or you I don't know, I just feel really good right now. I'm not exactly sure why. Or you could be doing some magic with it. Sexual energy is one of the most potent energies out there, and the fact that you would give it to the gods, they should be honored. But I mean, there's of course there's more ways that you can do this. You could take a glass of water and put it on top of the sigil, and breathe their energy into the water and consume it. That's one way that you can build the rapport with the gods. You can if your god is popular that you're trying to build a rapport with, there's probably some kind of Hindu prayer that they have, and you can program your water with it if you have some big headphones, some stereo headphones, or just a speaker. Put the water in front of it. You could do this with a whole gallon of water. I usually don't put this information out because people usually pay me to speak. But you could do that. You can program your water with the chant. If your god corresponds with a god in the Hindu religion, in Hindu, you can program your water with that God's energy. Okay. I don't know why it keeps kicking me out. I don't know if my Wi-Fi is weak or whatever. But facts. Also, look, this is the last thing I want to say. This was not supposed to be a 20-minute video, But the last thing I do want to say is I always discourage my students and my clients from working with guys. Why? Because because you have enough power inside you to do what you need to do yourself. Now, when people do things to me, and they want to, well, I'm gonna go to my ancestors, the gods, the angels. I always look at them like, "Bro, you are just a grown child, bro. Why are you dependent on the? Because you can become dependent on the gods. You can forget how to do magic yourself. Your soul's not gonna work with you the same way as if you work with the gods all the time for every little thing. I don't. You, I have these symbols around me to remind me who I am. Okay, and it's for respect too, but to remind me who I am. Not so. Well, you hurt my feelings, Thoth. No, bro, that's not what we do around here, bro. So if that's how you do magic, you're not even doing the magic. You're just building a rapport. You're like a prostitute. You're just building a rapport, and and making offerings and fasting. You can fast for the guys and connect with their energy and let their energy animate your body. Don't do it for too long. Learn the proper way to fast. You can fast and meditate on their energy for 3 days. Drinking water, 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 a lot of water. Sleeping a lot, reading a lot. You can fast. Write their names on candles. Burn it. You know, whatever. There's a lot of little things you can do. I can't give them to you all here, but no, I don't encourage that. All this. Well, my ancestors. I'm building a rapport with my ancestors so I can get this money. Bro, get the money yourself. I'm building a rapport with the gods so I could do these death spells. Bro, get the person's picture, pee in a jar, mix it with some vinegar, freeze it, and bury it in the cemetery before it thaws. That's all you have to do, bro. You don't have to call the gods for every little thing. You don't have to put the planets on every little spell. You don't have to channel energy for every little thing. Yeah, I write. Yes, Isis writes, or I'll set write some fire songs for me. Together we write them, or I channel them. But I can write some good songs too, bro. I'm on her level. I'm endeavoring to be. But if I always channel her, it's going to be harder to write it for myself. It's gonna be, this is a crutch. Am I telling you to disconnect? Yeah, I am. Disconnect. Okay, they told me, bro, don't work with that. They told me you're working with us too much. You're not even doing magic. You're just asking us to do it and giving us offerings and fasting and abstaining from sex. You're not even doing magic, bro. They said do not connect with the gods for a full year. I still that was a year, that was like 2 years ago. I still don't work with them like that. I still don't ask them for stuff like that. What needs to happen is you need to reconnect with these elements, man. You build a rapport with the guys the same way. I mean, with the elements the same way that I told you to build a rapport with the guys. Which I should have put this in the beginning of the video, so I'm gonna have to chop this in pieces. But build the rapport with these elements, man, because you are all the gods put together. Okay, so you need to, in all actuality, start working with these elements, man. Start learning about quantum physics, man. Start learning about these different magics, man. Learn about hoodoo, learn about voodoo, learn about comedic sciences, learn about alchemy, learn about how the Celtics do things, learn about how the Germanics peoples do things, learn about how they do things in the Caribbean, the Haitians, the natives, which is really Chinese people mixed with Africans and they walked over here, learn about Eastern philosophies on magic, which is not coincidentally called sinology for a reason. Everybody needs to learn about Eastern philosophy and Eastern magic. That just needs to happen. The Tao, how you the Tao Te Ching. I forgot how. I have the book. I haven't read it obviously because I don't even know the title of it. But you know what I'm talking about. You need to start doing these things, bro. You need to start. You need to start. Because okay, somebody is trying to stop this game, but the game cannot be stopped, bro. I can always be delayed, but I can never be denied. Can I get an amen? So what you need to do is you need to start being more self-sufficient when it comes to this magic thing, man. Stop running to your ancestors for every little thing, bro. Because if I was your ancestor, I wouldn't answer. Okay, if I was these guys, I wouldn't be answering. You need to have more faith, my brother. Okay, stop running to the guys for every little thing. Learn about these sciences. Learn about these quantum physicses. Learn about these elements. and use this. The most powerful, the most powerful God on this planet is in your head. Okay? Use it. It's not illegal yet. Use it. It's beautiful for a reason. Okay? So build that rapport with the elements the same way I just taught you how to build a rapport with the gods. You can burn candles for fire if you want to build a rapport with fire. Keep candles around you. Okay, burn them. Okay, they only cost $1. This, hold up. Oh wait, this costs. But it's still that's not too far from $1. Oh, you know what? When I, you know why this has this plastic on? He charges me. Oh yeah, $2. He charges no. They call the sticker says $3, but on the plastic it says a different price. So I guess he buys them from somewhere else and keeps the sticker on. I don't know why he thinks people won't take the sticker off because probably not that many people around here do magic. But anyways, that's not important. Um, Facts. So build the rapport with these elements, man. I would say the worst thing that you could. It's good. It's good. It's great to have a good rapport with these guys and these ancestors and these angels and whatever you want to work with. But it's not the best way to do magic, bro. That's not the best. I want you to be the best. I don't want you to be great. I want you to be the best. Okay? I don't want you to be. I don't want you to be like me. Oh, you're Aaron Moses, the tarot reader. No, I want it to be the only Aaron Moses. Do I want the other Aaron Moseses to expire? No. I want people. I want you to be the best, bro. I was about to start talking about me because that's what I'm great at. But I want you to be the best. And working with the guys, working with the ancestors, that's not the best way to do anything at all, except for worship, except for be the best Christian or whatever you identify yourself to be. Okay, you don't want to be you. This is not Christianity, bro. We're not thriving to be Christ-like. We're thriving to be I-like. Okay, and you are the universe. That was powerful. So I'm gonna end it on that. All right, Aaron Moses, life is in the breath. All right, peace. I gotta be goofy all the time.